Hello viewers and welcome to episode 2 of Saving Southend with me, Bearlenation. Today we take on Cheltenham and Salford in the league. Things have been going okay, all things considered, in the league as well since we last met. So let's run the intro and jump straight into it. And here we are then viewers, we're 5 games unbeaten in the league. After drawing with Harrogate 2-2 and beating Carlisle 3-2, we then followed that with a 2-0 win against Morecambe with goals coming from Bowermo and Sterling. Sterling then got the goal in a 1-1 draw away at Crawley. We lost in the good old Papa John's Trophy to Portsmouth 2-0 in what's always going to be a tough game against a strong Portsmouth team from the division above. We then followed that up with a 1-1 draw at home against Exeter with a goal coming from Ashley Nathaniel George. And that leaves us 8th in the league on 9 points, winning 2, drawing 3. I think that's a really good start to the season, all things considering. With the small squad that we've got at the moment, we have picked up a couple of little niggly injuries. I'm hoping that most people will be fit for today to play. Cheltenham are very close to us. They're currently a point above us and they are in the playoff places, so if we win, we will jump ahead of them. And then Salford are down in 18th at the moment on just 4 points. Again, if we can pick up a point or 3 points against them, it'll stand us in good stead carrying on towards the rest of the season. Beating Salford as well, I think, would really set a marker down because they are predicted to be one of the strongest teams in this league. In fact, they are predicted to win the league and we are predicted to finish 20th. Cheltenham are predicted to finish 18th, so maybe they're more on our level, but either way, it's still going to be a tough ask for us. And of course, before we get into it, I wanted to have a quick look at the finances. It's not going well. We're £51,000 in debt. We are in minus 51,000. We're losing a lot of money every month. This month we've lost £47,000, and that is something we need to address quickly before this situation gets out of hand. And squad depth wise, viewers, we're still struggling for players. The striker is an area that we need to address in January, sharpish, along with the wingers. Especially on that left wing, we've not got a lot of quality after Sam Hart. We've got Nathaniel George, but he will mainly play on the right, so it does make things a lot more difficult for us. In the centre, we're looking okay. Defensively, we look pretty strong, especially in the full-back area, but we seem to have loads of full-backs, which is annoying because I would rather them be able to push up that pitch a little bit further. Let's get into this Cheltenham game. We're already starting to see some partnerships building, viewers, between the strike force of Akinola and Sterling. Ralph and Hart on that left-hand side are starting to build one. And Lennon and White in the centre as well. So that's a promising start. If we're playing the same players mostly week in, week out, they will build those partnerships up and have an understanding of each other, which can only help us again. So the starting 11 for today is Oxley in goal. Ralph at left back, who had a lot of interest in him, but we managed to fend off some bids in the summer transfer window and hold on to him, as we wanted about £80,000 for him, and no one met that valuation of him. We've got Lennon and White in the centre with Dimitri at right back, Hart on the left-hand side of midfield, Olyanika and Dieng in the middle with Nathaniel George on the right, and Sterling and Akinola up top. Sterling is really coming into his own at the moment. He seems to be a good prospect for us, so I'm hoping that he can continue his good form going into the rest of the season. We'll get those fists pumping. We'll tell the boys that we've got the faith in them to go out and do it. We did, in our manager profile, sort of turn the motivation up a little bit and take the adaptability just down to try and even out those points. Although we've got an early highlight, Ralph with a poor throw-in, which goes straight to Cheltenham. Dimitri, with no urgency, picks it up there. Down this left-hand side rather. Nathaniel George into Akinola. Akinola forces a good save after just a few minutes. And another highlight here. Cheltenham with a long ball down the middle from the goalkeeper. Ralph intercepts it into Hart. Olinaka tries to find Nathaniel George on that right-hand side, but doesn't. What can we do? Can Nathaniel George win it back? He does. Down that right-hand side, he tries to play it in front of him. He's lost it far too easily. Cheltenham have got a knock to their left back already, so hopefully we can exploit that. Dimitri into White now, all the way back to Oxley in our goal. Plays it forward down this left-hand side. Hart with a lovely touch. Brings it down. Feeds in Akinola. Oh my word. He snatched at that chance, viewers, and he's missed it. As I was saying, we took the adaptability down because the plan is to stay at Southend a long time, and we put the motivation up because I felt as though motivating these players was what was going to see us through, because I knew we weren't going to have lots and lots of quality coming into this squad. I was a little bit disappointed with how much quality we had, but hey ho. Cheltenham now with a throw-in. Dunn picks it up. Chapman at the edge of the area and puts it in past Oxley in the net. And Ellis Chapman scores his first goal of the season for Cheltenham. A little bit lackadaisical at the back there. Let's just have a look at that. We didn't really deal with the header. We've lost out far too easily there, and Chapman's been unmarked at the edge of the area, and he whistles it home straight past Oxley in our net. 21 minutes gone. Another highlight now, another Cheltenham throw-in. Can we defend this one better? Stevie May into Hussey, who puts in, and Williams just heads over. And the ball's gone into the Roots Hall stand. We are looking nervous here, viewers, I'm going to suggest. Akinola, really, that was the one chance that we've had so far, and he absolutely snatched at it. Blair on that right-hand side, slam, Sercombe for Cheltenham, smashes the ball home. And it's 2-0 after just 28 minutes. Again, down this right-hand side. Both bits of play have come from this right-hand side. And just Blair, no, Ralph let him go too easy there. Sercombe unmarked in the area. And that is unforgivable. That is why we have been absolutely punished there. Hart, can he whip a ball in? He does. It's straight into the keeper's hands. I don't know who headed that there, but Griffiths collects it calmly for Cheltenham now and launches the ball down the middle. We pick it up. Olinaka into Hart now. Tries to switch the play. Nathaniel George just can't get there, but White wins it back into Dieng. All the way back to Oxley in our goal now. Ball at his feet. Out to Ralph, who's not having a good game so far. Hart. Ralph again. What can he do? Tries and plays it down this left-hand side to Hart. Can he get a ball in? He's well challenged, but Akinola picks it up. Akinola! Simeon Akinola makes up for that horrendous miss earlier with a wonderful finish there. It all started with down that left-hand side with Ralph. Hart is challenged, but Akinola is quick to react and turns neatly on a sixpence there and puts the ball in the back of the net from a rangy effort. Lovely goal for his third goal of the season. And we are currently sitting in 9th. We need to pull one back and quick. What a mad sort of 8 minutes this has been. We've seen 3 goals in between the 21st and 29th minute, and nothing is happening now. The XG, viewers, is fairly even as well. We are just edging it slightly, so I'm hoping that we will be able to take that form into the second half and put some more goals in the net. We'll get those fingers pointing, we'll get those hands in those pockets, tell the team we're far from pleased with what we've seen. They seem slightly motivated by that. We'll tell them we are disappointed with their midfield effort, well, just with all their efforts throughout the pitch, and they seemed a little bit motivated by that, so hopefully that will continue. First target goes to Cheltenham with a goal kick. Olinaka picks it up. Sterling into Akinola. Akinola, straight into the keeper's hands. Everything's going through Akinola at the moment. Could he be the hero of this season? Coming up to the hour mark now, and again, nothing really happening from that first highlight. We will make our first change. Dieng has picked up a knock, so we'll bring Alan McCormack on. What is Dieng's knock? Potential knee injury. Hopefully that won't be too serious, but we'll take him off because that will be affecting his game. We'll demand more from the boys. 20 minutes to go, nothing really happening. We'll make another sub now. Nathaniel George with a 6.2. This is where the midfield woes continue. We've not really got anyone that can play out and out on that right-hand side of midfield, so we're going to have to bring Terrell Egbury on, who plays more forward than on that right-hand side. He plays in that attacking role more than he does centrally, but hopefully he will come in and do a job for us, because I'm just thinking it can't be too dissimilar, surely. Really disappointing and really quiet second half here. Our XG as well is 1.14, and it's really, really disappointing that we've lost 2-1 there. Maybe something we need to look at is just trying to get some more finishing practice done. And there we are. We've come out with a 2-1 loss at home against Cheltenham in a game where I would have liked us to pick up a point. We'll get the fingers pointed and tell the boys we aren't happy, and they seem motivated by that. Dimitri seems anxious, which is not what we need from a team leader. And there we are then. That result leaves us still 8th in the table, still on 9 points, but just opens a little bit of a gap between us and Bolton, who occupy that last playoff place. Salford have drawn today, so hopefully they do not have much confidence going into our next game against them. Join me again in a minute and we will play Salford. A few changes today then, viewers. So Bearlenation comes in on the right hand side for Demetriou of the defence. Egbury comes in for Nathaniel George. In the midfield there are two changes where McCormack and Kyle Taylor both come in. And that means the starting 11 is Oxley in goal. Ralph retains his place at left back. He was very close to being dropped, but I'm going to give him another chance. Lennon White in the middle with Buomo on the right hand side. Hart on the left of midfield. Taylor and McCormack in the middle with Egbury on the right. And Sterling and Akinola leading that line for us once again. What I am looking at maybe is there's quite a big gap here. So I'm looking at maybe pushing that attacking line up just a little bit, just to try and close that gap between the strikers and the midfield. Get those fists pumping, tell the boys we've got nothing to lose here, and we've got the faith in them again, as we did previously. All looking fairly motivated, and kickoff is here at Salford of what is surely to be one of the toughest opponents we will face this season. Nothing really going on in this first 10 minutes, so Salford have had a shot, but it wasn't highlight worthy. Although the first highlight does come to Salford. Although Buomo kicks it long and Akinola chases it down and gets in. And Akinola straight at the keeper. Look at the height difference between Akinola and those defenders. He's 5'3" and it is showing. Maybe, just maybe, we might need to play Akinola in a different role if his height does cause us issues in that defence. Really quiet first half at the moment though. 35 minutes in, nothing happening at all apart from that one highlight so far. Really good result though, 0-0 at half time. And there we are. It is 0-0 at half time. And what's been a very quiet game. We've had 2 shots, 2 on target, and Salford had 6 and 2 shots on target. We'll get into the changing room and just try and motivate these boys again. Tell them it's time for everyone to dig in. Put the hands in the pockets, tell them we weren't bad, but there's still room for improvement. And we'll tell the strikers we aren't happy with their finishing because they've not really done anything to feed in and try and finish the ball into the back of the net. Coming up to the hour mark again, really quiet second half. Not sure what's going on at the moment. We'll demand some more. Although there is a highlight here. Ralph whips the ball in and Lennon's so close and it's gone over the bar. Oh, I thought Lennon was just going to nod that in at the back stick. Goal kick to Salford, which goes straight to Ralph. Well, went to Hart, who feeds it to Ralph, and Akinola tries to chase that down, and Threckland in the defence make sure it doesn't get there. James Wilson up top is always going to be a threat, and hopefully we can keep him quiet. Good challenge by Kyle Taylor there off Towell. Wins the ball back, but Salford come down on this right-hand side. Towell again into Turnbull. Long ball over to James Wilson. Oh, he's hit the post. He looked offside, and he is. Whew, he looked offside there, and thankfully he's been flagged for offside. Can't encourage the boys just yet because that was my next port of call, and a highlight for Salford which started with their throwing, just playing it around their defence now. Can we nip a ball off them? Andrade coming down on this left. Can we win this back? Come on boys, into the centre. Andrade again, he's just pinned back the full back. Come on boys, come on. And they're just playing it around a little bit too easy. We're giving them too much space, too much time, and Andrade forces a good save out of Oxley. Picks the ball up, and there we go. Another highlight is done. Really, really quiet second half here. 15 minutes to go. We'll make some changes because we've not done any yet with 11 minutes to go. Akinola having a quiet game, so we'll bring on Goodship. Olinaka can come on for McCormack, who's only getting a 6, which is really disappointing. And we'll leave it at that. There's no other real game changes we can do. We'll try and fire the boys up and see if we can just light a little bit of passion in them with this 10 minutes remaining. Ball over the top, Lennon heads it away, gives it straight to Towell. Into Boyd now, George Boyd unleashing it, and it's just flown past the post. And thankfully it remains 0-0. I would have liked Olinaka though. Into the near post, and it's headed away by George Boyd. Olinaka picks it back up. What can he do? Finds Lennon at the edge of the area. Olinaka again. Back to Lennon. What can we do here, viewers? Lennon just brings it forward and whips the ball into no one, and it's picked out far too easily by Salford there, who launched the ball down. James Wilson picks it up on this left-hand side, cuts inside, and straight at Mark Oxley in our goal. And there we are. That's that highlight done as well. A really odd game here where it's been very little chances for us, but we've come out with a 0-0 draw here, or have we? 1 minute of injury time to go. Have I spoke too soon? Olenaka heads it away. Sterling, is this going to break for us here? Sterling, come on. Breaks forward, puts the afterburners on and just can't get there. Hart on that left. Oh, plays a poor ball into the middle. Are Salford going to make us count? Oh, I thought they were going to make us pay. And Hart clears it into that stand and makes sure there is no danger. 20 seconds left. We are going to defend this with our lives here. And a good block by Ralph there. Make sure the ball goes out for a throw-in. Game is done. The game has 10 seconds run over. And Ralph clears it, hoofs it down the middle. And Salford come back again. Lennon heads it away. And there we are. A 0-0 draw away at Salford. I'm going to class that as a decent point against what is always a tough Salford side. Their XG is 1.42. Ours is 0.55. I think Salford have been hard done by there. Tell the boys that they've done well and they look inspired and motivated. And there we are then. That leaves us 8th in the table on 10 points. 2 points behind Bolton. We're doing better than what I thought we would be. I thought we'd be down this lower echelons of the league to start with, but I'm happy that we picked up 10 points in the first 7 games. And if we carry on at more than a point a game, I think we'll do quite well this season. We'll leave it there for today, viewers. If you join me back again tomorrow, we will come back for the FA Cup first round, which hasn't been drawn, and we'll also play the West Ham under-23s in the Papa John's Trophy, which is surely going to be the toughest challenge in the group so far. If you have enjoyed this, please don't forget to smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel to see more, share the video around, and I'll see you again for more next time.